Welcome back to the show. Microsoft's India chief is here with us, but before we continue chatting, we'll check out how he takes charge of an organization that has over 5,000 employees. It's a busy day for folks at Microsoft's corporate office in Gurgaon as everyone gets into gear for the Windows 8 launch day. It's a critical moment in the company's history, and at the helm of all the action is Bhaskar Pramanik.
Within Microsoft, we believe that this is the launch of a new era. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for all of us to actually have an impact on the technology landscape, on the consumer landscape. So everybody is, really hyper excited.
Although a gadget enthusiast, Bhaskar's career didn't start out in the technology space nor in engineering, despite a degree from IIT Kanpur.
My first job was actually with DCM as a management trainee. And what was interesting is the fact that I actually started my career selling saris and selling cloth and textiles from, and I was responsible for the retail sales for the northern region for DCM. I spent the first 50% of my life working for Indian companies. I worked for DCM, I then worked for the Tatas, I worked for a company called Blue Star. And then I started another phase of my life where I was actually working for the large multinationals.
Today, as the leader of Microsoft India, Bhaskar's goals include not only growing the company's market share, but also increasing internet security, helping build a strong digital economy, and developing education programs with the Indian government.
I look after the corporate citizenship effort for Microsoft in India, and this is a charter that Bhaskar is the executive sponsor for, and more than that, it is something that he is very passionate about.
He really sets clear expectations. He sets the bar high and holds you accountable to reaching those types of goals. So he's a tough leader, but he's also very approachable, very honest, and he expects candor from everybody that he interacts with.
So Bhaskar, what did you learn at IIT Kanpur and then at Stanford University that helped shape and influence your management style today?
IIT taught me three things. The first was how to solve tough problems. And this was not necessarily just an engineering problem or a mathematical problem. It actually taught you how to take or conceptualize what the problem is and then go out and actually figure out a way of solving it. With either by yourself, which is a lot of your work in IIT is around what you do as an individual, but also as part of a team. The second, I think, what IIT taught me was how to compete with the best. And that was an awesome experience because some of the best minds were some of my classmates, and they continue to be the best minds in whatever role they are currently in. I think the third, what I really learned is the power of knowledge. And in IIT, I was doing electrical engineering, but I wasn't just stuck to electrical engineering. I did sociology, I did psychology, I did English. I started picking up, doing courses in my 4th and 5th year, which were actually for postgrad. It gives you a tremendous opportunity to learn more and more. Some of it you store, but some of it you then actually apply in your day-to-day life in terms of problem solving. Stanford was not a full degree program. I actually went for a short-term marketing management program. And what I learned in Stanford was this whole, the concept of marketing, the difference between marketing and sales. What does it take to really understand what your customers are looking for? Both IIT as well as Stanford really helped me to become perhaps a better manager and a leader.
You've been involved in the technology sector for many years now, and with technology changing at such warp speeds, what would you say is the biggest, most significant change you've seen in the industry since you've been around?
I think the biggest change I'm seeing now is what I call the consumerization of IT. Previously, IT was meant for IT folks. And it was sort of inside a data center, inside a big computer, and there was this bunch of people, and you can sort of visualize it in sort of white coats, who are doing all this stuff, and you're seeing them through the glass walls, and you as a user either never got to see it, or if you did, you said, my God, this must be incredibly complicated. But I think what consumerization of IT has done is that anybody can now pick up a device and get friendly with it. So IT is all around us, technology is all around us. And that's what I find so incredible.
You also had a big role in getting Sun Microsystems up and running in India during its early years.
Sun was an incredible company. When I joined, it was the leader in the workstation, and then it transformed itself into the world's biggest server company, and then it became the network is the computer. It coined the phrase. When I joined in 1997 in India, we were only about 15 or 16 people. We had just introduced a product called Java. Even the press didn't believe that Java would work because they said, a network computer, it doesn't make sense. We can't even make a phone call. What are you guys talking about connecting computers over the network? We had, Java is today a standard programming language on which India has developed a huge amount of skills. What I'm really proud about is the fact that a number of people who were with me in Sun today are CEOs of other IT companies in India. And to me, that is the biggest sense of pride that I get.
Also, mobile and tablet developers tend to flock toward Android and iOS for building apps. What's Microsoft doing to get more developers into the Microsoft ecosystem, and specifically in India?
To give you an example of some of the work which we're doing, we're spending a lot of time with the student community because they are the future developers. We've believed that we've given them an incredible opportunity in the way they can develop the tools which are required. We're giving it away for free, and we perhaps have the best ability for them to monetize their IP, because every time somebody accesses their application, and if it is an application for which they want somebody to pay for it, then they get 70%. After $25,000, they get 80%. More important, if they choose that it's a, let's say, an e-commerce kind of a application, and if they have products which they want to sell, if they use their own e-commerce engine, they keep everything with them. That's not something which Apple does. Okay, but at the same time, we're trying to ensure that the quality of the applications is as good as what Apple has, and therefore there is a lot more control on the quality of the application, unlike what you may see on the Android marketplace.
Time for another quick break, but when we come back, we show you how Bhaskar uses his free time to satisfy his creative genius.